Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I can reading the tips on doing business with the Arabs. The first, Arabs consider it extremely bad manners to start doing business immediately. Even the business government official or executive always takes extra to be polite and our refreshments. No matter how busy you are, you should make time for this hospitality. The conference visit is a way of doing business. Drabat, the Arab world, frequently you will have to discuss your business in the presence of. Do not be surprised if your meeting is interrupted several times by people who come into the room unannounced, whisper or speak softly to the person with whom you are talking, and leave. Act as though you do not hear and never show displeasure at being interrupted. Third, making decisions quickly is not an Arab custom. There is a vagueness in doing business in the Middle East, which the puzzle a newcomer. Give yourself lots of time and ask lots of questions. Four, patience is an important quality. You may have to wait 2 or 3 days to see high-level government officials as they are very busy. Give yourself enough time. Fifth, personal relationships are very important. They are the key to doing business in Arab countries. Try to identify the decision make regarding your product or service immediately and get to know him on a friendly basis. Do your homework. Be prepared to discuss detail of your product or proposal. Be ready to answer technical questions. 6. Familiarize yourself with the Muslim and national holidays. Avoid a visit during Ramadan, the Muslim month of fasting. Most Arab countries have a 6-day work week from Saturday through Thursday. When matched with the Monday to Friday practice in most Western countries, it leaves only 3.5 work share. Remember this in planning your appointment. Muslims do not eat pork. Some are strict about the religion's prohibition against alcoholic beverage. If you are not sure, wait for your host to suggest. 7. When an Arab says yes, he may mean maybe. When he say maybe, he probably means no. You will seldom get a direct no from an Arab because it is considered impolite. Also, he does not want to close his option. Instead of no, he will say inshallah, which which is which means if God is willing. On the other hand, yes does not necessarily mean yes. A smile and a slow nod might seem like an agreement, but in fact, your host is being polite, and Arab considers it impolite to disagree with a guest. Summary: tips on doing business with the Arabs. The text explain that business is a success in the Middle East depends heavily on cultural understanding and patience. The key points include hospitality. Hospitality. It is considered rude to start talking business immediately. Accepting refreshment and engaging in polite small talk is essential. The conference visit meetings are often open. Do not be surprised by interruption or the presence of stranger. Remain calm and professional. And patience and time decision making is a slow caution process. The work week typically runs from Saturday to Thursday, which limits overlapping works day with the West to only about 3 5 days. Next, personal relationships. Business is connected between individuals, not just institutions. Get Getting to know the decision maker on a friendly basis in the key to success. Indirect communication, yes, does not always mean agreement and maybe even means no. The price, inshallah, is used to show intent while acknowledging divine will. Direct refusal is seen as implied. Analysis and examples. Here is an expansion of those points based on religious perspective from Islam. Text mention of the use of praise, inshallah. In Islam, this is not a mere tactic to avoid saying no, but a reflection of faith. Tawhid. Example: a Muslim businessman say, inshallah, we will sign the contract tomorrow. He genuinely intends to do so, but recognize that humans do not have absolute control over the future without God's permissions. For outsiders, this can sometimes be misinterpreted as a lack of commitment. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.